point in time, Ahab was the king of Israel. At that point in time, messengers to Ahab, king of Israel, into the city. He said unto him, thus saith Ben-Hadad. Thy silver and thy gold is mine. I'm taking over. Don't you hear the voice of Satan? Don't you hear the voice, even in our nation? Don't you hear this voice in our villages that many cannot go home? Don't you hear this voice in our farms? No more farming. A voice took over our lands. Thy silver and thy gold is mine. Thy wives, we are mad. Also, and thy children, even the goodliest are mine. The New Living Translation calls it, your silver and your gold are mine. And your wives and your children, even the goodliest, they are mine. Are mine. A king of another nation, king of Syria, suddenly taking over Israel. Let's look at the next verse. And the king of Israel answered and said, this sounds like what I will answer. My Lord, O king, according to your saying, I am dying. I am dying. And all that I have, make you take them. Like that, like that. They are dying. Have them. I hand them over to you. Look at the next verse. And the messengers came again. The first one, he wasn't satisfied. Take my wives, take my children, take my silver, take my gold. I surrender to you. He was not satisfied. Don't you see how the devil never gets satisfied? You give him an inch, he takes 100 steps. The messengers came back again and said, thus speaketh Ben-Hadad, saying, although I have sent unto thee, saying, thou shalt deliver me thy silver and thy gold and thy wives and thy children. Look at the next verse. Yet I will send my servants unto thee tomorrow about this time, and they shall search thine house and thy houses, the houses of thy servants. And it shall be that whatsoever it is pleasant in thine eyes, they shall put it in their hand and take it away. Operation evacuate everything that belongs to the righteous. Okay, man? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Give it to me in the New Living Translation. This verse 6. But about this time tomorrow, I will send my officials to search your palace. This one makes more sense to me. Search your palace. They don't take, the other one I don't agree, say make una take. Now, we are coming to search your palace. My mom usually said, they will search your palace and the homes of your people. They will take away everything you consider valuable. They will take them away. Everything. How do you think we shall feel? Frightened, terrorized. Suddenly, some people will leave Abba. Suddenly, people will vacate their home. The terror of the enemy cannot unseat us in what God has given to us. They can never unseat us. You want to take our valuable, make we the see now. Which God will big pass? Look at the next verse. Then Ahab summoned all the elders of the land and said to them, look how this man is stirring up trouble. Ben-Hadad is stirring up trouble. I already agreed with his demand that I will give him my wives and children and silver and gold. Don't give in to any more demands. All the elders and people advised. Don't give in. Tell somebody by your side, don't give in. Don't give in. We cannot give in. We cannot chicken out. We are not chickening out. Because we know whom we believe. And we are persuaded. All the elders and people advised King Ahab. So Ahab told the messengers from Ben-Hadad, say this to my lord the king, I will give you everything you asked for the first time. But I cannot accept this last demand of yours. I cannot accept. Satan, you have shifted the boundary enough. I cannot accept this last demand of yours. So the messengers returned to Ben-Hadad with that response. Then Ben-Hadad sent his message to Ahab. May the gods strike me and even kill me. If there remains enough dust from Samaria to provide even a handful for each of your soldiers, of each of my soldiers, you go die the death. You will die the death. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. He will reap it. He sent message to Ahab. May the gods strike me and even kill me. You don't die if there remains enough dust from Samaria to provide even a handful for each of my soldiers. Verse 11. The king of Israel sent back this answer. A warrior putting on his sword for battle should not boast like a warrior. Don't boast like a warrior. For I know whom I believed and am persuaded. I know. A warrior putting on his sword for battle should not boast like a warrior who has already won. You are only putting on your warrior battle, but you cannot boast. Satan, you cannot boast. Principalities, you cannot boast that you have already won. Who told you you won? Who gave you that blue ribbon? Who